Hello everyone, welcome back to Hobo's Hollow. I think this is my fourth episode and it's been a little while since I've recorded one. And honestly, I've kind of been dragging my feet, wanting to record in here again. Um, I I'm sure anybody that listens to my videos, there's just a handful of you. You've probably already heard the news, and that's part of the reason I'm struggling or have been struggling to even open Farms M22 in a while and to open Hobo's Hollow, to even come in here to look around. And that's because at the end of January 2023, I lost a really, really good friend, and I think the world lost a wonderful man, and I've been trying to process this in my mind the past month, I guess. As I record this, we're already into March, and I don't even hardly know what to say. I wanted to come back in here because this was one of the last places uh, I enjoyed some time with my friend, at least around this particular game. And yeah, like I say, I'm feeling words failing me even as I try to talk here now, as I just think of him. And so maybe the thing to do is what I've always done when I come in here. The first thing I try to do is feed the dog. And so we'll feed our Lincoln. We'll see if he comes around here. Who knows where he's dopping about the farm. Yeah. You know, oh, wait a minute. Maybe I'm sitting on top of him. I sure am. All right, we'll give him a little pet. I can try to do that. Ultimate possumness. Well, wasn't anticipating an award. And as I've started previous episodes, I'll probably just head over here to the good old Jeep, and we're gonna go on a little drive. And I gotta say, when I last worked in here, I think I remember it starting to rain. It kind of fits my mood at the moment, as I remember the passing of my friend, and I realize now, like I say, I'm kind of out of sorts here, so I forgot to even mention his name, Atomic 67, and a lot of us knew him or met him, if you will, when his name was Eustace Pharmer. Where am I going? Do I even know where I'm going? You know what? I don't care. I'm just going to head out this way, and hopefully eventually I'll get out onto the road and we can drive around a little bit. I obviously don't know where I'm going. Let's see. Does this just take me back to the farm? Yeah, probably. Maybe this will take me to the main entrance. I hardly know my way around this because we had so few episodes. He and I had talked, and I think as most people who know him realize, it's been a while since he's put out a number of videos. And I gotta say, in knowing him and the friendship that we had, um, Farming Sim really wasn't his chosen game, if you will, but it is how he met a whole lot of people and got his start in YouTubing, if you will. So most of us probably remember him as Eustace Pharmer, or EP for short. Later at some point he changed his name to Atomic 67, as I believe he had plans on where he wanted to take his channel, kind of in a different direction from Farming Simulator. So I'm just kind of taking the typical drive out here. We haven't done all that much in this, what we were planning. So we'll just kind of drive along here and listen. And I'm going to try something. I'm not a professional YouTuber or anything, but on a couple of these, I've tried to open with listening to the radio, just some silly thing that I did. I'm going to try that here for a few moments in memory of Eustace Pharmer.
Good morning. Here's your motivation and inspiration for today. Somewhere, something incredible is waiting to be known. Carl Sagan. So get out there today and find it and learn it and enjoy it. And as you set forth on this new day, may your worries be light and may your spirit shine bright. Love me, Percy Wyatt.
Now, what you just heard was the voice of one of Eustace Pharmer's or Atomic 67's many characters that he had over the years. He actually, and I don't think very many people are aware of this, he started up another channel under the name of Percy Wyatt. And Percy Wyatt was one of his characters that he had in a story, kind of a type of elder statesman, if you will. Someone who had good advice to give others and was a thoughtful person. Oh, sorry, I'm kind of getting a little bit lag there. And it looks like I missed the entrance to the farm, but you know what? I really don't care. We'll go around the back here. So anyway, he started another one under the name of Percy Wyatt, and it's still out there. Y'all can... Oops, so we're taking it out a stop sign because I don't know how to drive. But he started it with the intent of providing daily inspirational sayings, if you will. Oh my goodness, I gotta stop here and look at this. Oh, man, that just hits me in the heart. Yeah, this is Hobo's Hollow, but this sign here is the handiwork of Atomic 67, and my name is Aiden. So he had the sign there wrapped around an oak tree. A&A Farms, some of you may know, years ago I worked on Lone Oak Farms, so he kind of combined a number of themes as he put that sign together. So any artwork or design in here really is tribute to him. He's the one that created these things, and I guess there's two signs, one also on the other side. And we had plans of kind of running a farm here, setting down roots, however you want to put it. And that isn't to be. Anyway, Percy Wyatt had inspirational sayings. I will leave a link in the video description below so you can go check out his other channel. Actually, I'll maybe just link up his third channel that I'm aware of. Since his passing, I have learned he also had a couple other channels. I don't think there was any content that he was planning to develop at some point. He had a lot of dreams and wishes, I know, that he wanted to do on YouTube, and unfortunately they're not going to materialize. An extraordinarily creative man. And as I come in here, I'm obviously just kind of driving around aimlessly and looking at this. What do? You look at all these bales. I'm probably going to need to do something with them. But fresh in my memory, or fresh of a couple months ago, he told me that he wanted to do something with these bales. He had an episode planned, and could I please just leave the bales alone and whatever I did. And sure, I mean, no problem. What our plan was is we were gonna play this together, and because I think there's some other YouTubers that have done this, and I would make an episode, then I would take the save game file, hand it off to him, he would do an episode, and we would just hand it back and forth. So Now he's passed, and I sit there and I look at those bales. He put every single one of them there. I think he parked the truck right there. The loader, a part of me, just wonders if I should just leave it there. But I really don't know what I'm going to end up doing with this map, and I haven't a clue what he might particularly want to have done. Probably to keep on going, I imagine, knowing him kind of how he was. But anyway, like I say, I didn't really come into this with a prepared script, and I've kind of been dreading. I've wanted to do something for someone I considered a dear friend, and I don't have very many friends, and here I had one, and I lost him. And not just me only, of course. He I think he officially passed. This would have been January 31st. He leaves behind a wife who loved him, and let me tell you, she's a peach of a woman. I had the good pleasure of meeting both of them in person just once in my life. And anybody that's done some things through this game, or you've communicated with people online with whatever you're doing, um, it's pretty rare that you get to meet those people in real life. And I had the good fortune, my wife and a couple of my kids, we were in their area and we were able to stop by and meet him. And so he leaves her behind as well, and I know she misses him. And he also had a couple daughters, and I would say any of their names in here, but out of respect for the wishes of his wife and those left behind, I'm going to try to leave names out of here. But I think you know their names anyways. If you look up his content, you'll remember he took pains to have, and this is extremely rare, at least I think it is. Most of the people you meet in the farming sim world are male. There just isn't much of a feminine presence. But not for Atomic 67. He made a couple episodes. Anybody that's watched his content will remember that he had a couple that were labeled Ladies' Day, and he brought his daughters in. They recorded the episodes. I mean, he was pretty much not a part of those at all. He let them record whatever they wanted to say, and so he leaves his girls behind too. And I don't know their ages, and really that doesn't matter. I think that they're not just little girls anymore. But I think you saw them kind of grow up a little on this channel. They were maybe 15, 16. I can't remember. And so that was a few years ago. Now I would assume they're maybe both 20 past or past the age of 20. So that's the people that were really important to Atomic. His family, and my hat's off to them. I wish them all the condolences as they miss husband and father, and anybody else. I really don't know what all family he had remaining. He was a guy just like the rest of us. We all have family, and we all came from somewhere, of course. And some of those relationships are good, some of them are not so good. And he had, like I say, he was a normal guy, like the rest of us. I think what I need to do is find some farming to do while I'm talking here, and I probably can't do much as it's raining. Let's see, we got a seedbed. These are growing with something in there. Yeah, that was another thing. There was a field in here. I don't remember which. Was it number two? What is in number two? Is that potatoes? I think there's some grass. Yeah, maybe we could plant field number 8. Gotta pick something to put in there. Right now it has a seed bed. So I'm going to need to just figure out. Yeah, it says it's mulched, but I believe it has a seed bed, so it's ready to go. Maybe what I'll do is just pick another one that we have. Do we have wheat? You know what? We got wheat right beside it. We'll just plant another field of wheat. Who knows what Atomic would have liked, but that's what I'm going to try to do while I sit here and try to mumble through a tribute to a friend. You know, it's I'm no good at tributes, and I'm not very good at YouTube videos either. But we'll give it a college try here. I think I want to use this tractor, so we're going to be hosing our guy off. And all of these mods, by the way, that we have in here, or most of them, were the choice of Atomic to have in here. You know, I think he had a fondness for this old tractor, for example. Not sure why. Maybe it was something in his past that he has used. I gotta remember where. And he was so doggone organized. This is where I should consult his hard work. And if I knew how to do it and have all these screens open at the same time, open sesame. Hello, how do I open this? It's this one here. Well, I can't even open the door. This is gonna be a short video. There we go. Managed to get the door open. And hopefully I didn't rearrange too many things in here. I almost think I have super strength turned on. So let me just hop on my tractor here. I might have to rearrange a few things. Can I pick that one up on the nose? I can't. Oh, I'm just remembering him seeing that subsoiler back there. He played a joke on me in here. He got me real good. I was trying to hook up to the thing, and it wasn't facing the right way in order for me to pick it up, because he had come in here and turned the thing around on me before sending the save game to me. Did he do it again? Are you kidding me? Oh, for goodness sakes. I think that's my 3-point itch, right? Ah, Atomic. Alright, one last joke from my friend. That's what he had done with, like I say, the subsoiler, and I came in here and I had a dickens of a time. I think I even put it in my last video, trying to figure out how to hook this silly thing up. Alright, I'm going to move this fellow out of the way. We'll just park it over here. There we go, drop him off. Okay, what I really want is the grain drill in the back. And I'm going to have to do a little bit of effort here to get it out of there. So maybe I'll just turn, so I'm having a horrible time driving this silly beast. Back up here. Is that enough to allow me to get in there? I don't know why this was in disarray. It just was. Aha, it is. I think this is a corn planter. We'll just pull it out here and set it somewhere. So we can go in there and get the cedar, because we're going to be putting in wheat. Just drop him off there. Sorry for the tree rush there. Now we'll back in here and get what we want. There we go. Who knows if it has anything in it. So, it does have some seed in it. We'll get it changed over to wheat. That appears to be what it is. Now let me make sure I know where I'm driving. I need to go to field number 8. Like I say, I always get so turned around in here. Yeah, you know what? I'm just going to head on out to the road. Try to figure out. Yeah, it's just lack of playing it here for a while that's keeping me, I think, from knowing where to go. But we'll find it. Yes, we will. Probably should get my hazards on, except it doesn't appear to work. Oh well. So, I'm missing my friend, and I think a lot of us are missing him. He was special to a lot of us, and I think most of us, like I say, having met him in Farming Sim, we would have liked it if he would have made lots more Farming Sim videos, because really they are second to none. They are among the best of the best of the best of content that is out there. It's just, they're funny, they're engaging, they're creative. He was a master at his craft, in terms of editing videos, creating the video in the first place. He had different voices for different characters, and if any of you have ever tried to do that, you can't help but gain immediate respect for someone who does that. I mean, I tried a little bit in here, and it is tough. I am not able to drive a piece of farm machinery and do character voices and all that at the same time, or at least I don't think I can. It's going to take a lot more practice. But just his imagination, his way of doing all these things was second to none. So I know a lot of us would have. Why is there no way into this field? I'm just going to cut in here. I know you probably wouldn't plant in real life if it was raining like this, but you know what? I really don't care at the moment. I just need to remember no course. All right. Work with one tool. We'll send them around 3 times, 4 times maybe. Start on the headland. Corners. Sharp. Maybe we can. Yeah, I've done so little Farm Sim 22, especially after his passing here. I'm trying to remember some things. That's probably about what we need, right? Generate our course. I presume it's ready. And what? Wait, what are you doing? I'm unlocking all these silly... What's going on? 3 achievements. And I can't even back up. Is there a different mode I need to go on? Temporary course. Okay, work with, tool offset. I think, let me just get him going. Is that planting something? I tell you what, it's dark in here. All right, looks like we're planting something here. Let me get him going. Nearest waypoint, last nearest. All right. Well, it's a little bit darker than my taste in here, but this is going to have to be how it'll be. Anyway, I just wanted to create a video with my friend, and it appears because I've stumbled around in here so much, I'm actually going to have to turn it into a couple of them. But as I was thinking of what to say in here, I went through, I made a whole bunch of notes, and I went and I was interested. Sometimes, when someone passes or whatever, people will ask you, well, how long were you friends with him, or how long were you acquainted? Where did you meet? Those kinds of things. And we probably all have our own, story that we could tell of where we were when we met Eustace Pharmer, if we wanted to say such a thing. But because I'm kind of a pack rat, or like saving things, I met Eustace Pharmer, Atomic 67, on the FSUK forum back in 2016. I think that's what time it was. So bringing it forward to today, to 2023, that means I've known him for about 7 years. Is that what that makes it? And pretty much almost to the day, 7 years. Because as I was looking at my private messages, where I was looking for and finally found the very first exchange of messages I ever had with him. He was just starting his YouTube channel. I'd never heard of him before, and he obviously had never heard of me. But we met on this forum, and it was around the Gelvin Valley map. And I know anybody watching this video, if you've looked at this channel, that is another map that I have spent a significant amount of time on, at least in terms of what I've shared on YouTube. It's kind of just one of those where I go on there and share just what's going on day to day. And there's probably only three of you that actually look at it, or watch it. But as it just so happens, as this game has progressed, I kind of went retro a little bit for a while, and I opened that old map up, and it's like, this is too good. I just have to give it another go. And I know it was a favorite of Atomic's, Eustace Pharmer. I won't say it was his most favorite. That honor, I think, was reserved for, what was it, Thornton Farms, created by Oxygen David. But that's how we met. It's just, the silly things of life. Like they say, I had played the Farm Sim 13 version of the Elven Valley map, and I played a multiplayer, I think, with my two sons. And we liked it so much, I sent a note to the map author, who was Wild Wild West, thanking him for it. And so we developed an acquaintance, and this was also at FSUK. And at some point, and I don't know how it happened, perhaps it was through affiliation with Mapper's Paradise, Wild Wild West, he started making the same map for Farm Sim 15 at the time, which was the latest version of the game. and it was just so impressive. I remember sending a message to the head guy for Mappers Paradise saying this is, and Mappers Paradise was a modding group who had a lot of very talented mappers in it. You know, years ago, I think everybody that listening to this probably knows who Bullet Bill is, and some of the apps that he made. He also was part of Mappers Paradise for a while, and so was Wild Wild West. Well, eventually, Mappers Paradise had Eustace Pharmer or Atomic 67 for a while. He was going to be the YouTube arm of the group. And so that's perhaps how he got acquainted with Wild Wild West. And at the time, Wes, you know, with the friendship we had developed, he asked me to help him test the map. And one of the suggestions I had for him was to write a manual for the map, you know, to kind of describe to everybody where all the triggers were, where to take stuff, tell some of the story about the map, so forth. I guess I'm old school. I like the written word and what have you. So he did that, and eventually the map was released. And I say all that to say that those are just a few simple things that happened that caused me then to cross paths with someone, and I didn't know it at the time, that would become a really big part of my life, you know, as a friend. Because I happened to see, I was looking for videos online of this Numa app, Elven Valley, and I came across one by Eustace Pharmer, and it was really cool. And he had put in there a note, or somewhere it was a note to make sure that you looked at the PDF file behind the map, because it said, he said it explained a lot as to what was going on. So I sent him a message. I found him on FSUK, and I sent him a message. And since I'm doing a tribute here, I'm just going to read you what I said to him. He had left a comment that said on Gilvin Valley. This is March 31st, 2016. This app is excellent and 5 stars across the board. Brilliant work. I highly recommend that everyone read the PDF provided inside the Gelvin Valley zip folder. You may think you know the app, but you will learn a thing or two regardless in this very detailed PDF. So I saw this, and because I had helped with the map PDF, the manual, if you will, I sent him a message. I said, Eustace Pharmer, thanks for leaving this post in Elvin's thread. Oh, I guess he left it on. He left this on FSUK. I thought it was in a video. As someone that helped Wild Wild Wes work on that PDF, it was very gratifying to see your post. But like so many other things, even though it's specifically mentioned on the download page, most will probably not read it, even though it would answer a bunch of their questions. Nevertheless, thanks for helping drive home the point. In my personal opinion, I think most apps would benefit from having a manual to explain it, but very few app authors take the time to do it. Probably because it's exhausting enough just to get a map put together. Sincerely, Kenzie. That's what I went by on the FSUK forum. So he then wrote back, I almost think it was the same day, and he used a word that I have remembered all these years. One of the words that he used, is actually the fourth one, was the word flabbergasted. How many people do you run into use that particular word? And so probably a lot of us, you know, that have enjoyed his videos, I won't say he had an abnormally huge vocabulary, but let's just say and agree that he had very good command of the English language. He was a really good communicator. So, anyways, his response, he says, I was actually flabbergasted to see the PDF. That shows a great level of pride and care in one's work. I know it's a tedious task to do, but I do the same on my YouTube channel. I have a Google public doc where I list everything I use in all maps. I also list my recording and editing software. Would you mind if I put a link to your PDF via my Google Doc so people can download it? Just give me the names of the PDF authors. I will also stress it in my video. I have downloaded my share of rubbish. It's great to see a map made as it should be. And everything I just read characterizes kind of who he was as. Oh, and I just see here I'm empty. I gotta go fill it up. But it characterizes who he was as a person. He was highly organized, and anybody that sees those videos, you look in the video description, you know how much other information he would put in there on his videos. So that's kind of how I got acquainted with him. And like I say, I had no idea what was coming. And I see I'm already at the end of half an hour already. Man, my goodness, the time just flies. But I don't know if any of us ever know, when we are involved with someone or get acquainted, we don't know what it's going to turn into. And I got to say, this was one of the best surprises I've ever had in my life. And but I'm going to terminate the video here. Looks like I'm totally out of seed here, so I need to go pick up some more. And we'll see you in the next one. Goodbye for now.